pretty little aftermarket air cleaner off. Trying not to drop all the little pieces. And we're going to dump them all right in the box. All right. And it is not absolutely necessary to take this off, but it does make it so much easier to get to these push rods to adjust them, which you will see in a little bit is not the most fun part of this job. You're going to hear Adam making fun of me here in a minute because I keep putting tools away instead of just using them. Apparently these guys think I'm just a freak. Okay, so Troy apparently tightened that down a little more than it should have been.
You had the wrong one.
Yeah, that was a little tighter than it needed to be. I know, but that was tighter than I want to do with an impact. These bolts break, we're in trouble. All right. So, gives us a little bit more room to be able to see what we're doing. So, now that we've got all that done, we're going to pry these guys up. Now, this next part might spook a few people. So when you change cams, the way they make cams for these bikes, you've got to basically change out the push rods because the base circle diameter of the camshaft changes. Because of that, you have to use adjustable push rods. So this is the tool for the job, right? So Troy, you probably don't want to watch this because I'm going to cut the push rods on your motor. Basically, we got to take the old push rods out. And what this does is this keeps us from having to, let's see, everybody needs an atom. Basically cut the old push rods in half to get them out of here. And then the new ones are adjustable and we put them in right from here. This keeps us from, it seems like a real pain, but trust me, taking the valve covers off and the rocker arms to try to get to them is a lot worse. All right, now I gotta try to get this one back. This one to come up. They're a little stiff. Okay, that's been on there a while. Kind of super glue we use to put those back together. Kidding. Troy, don't watch this video. Okay, so those are off. Now, fortunately, getting these caps off is a pain in the butt. And that's the nicest way I can put it. I'm going to leave that for Adam. I'm going to take the rest of this off, though. So now we're going to take the cam cover off, and let's see. These guys have to come off in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of this off and go to the other pain in the butt portion later. Engine parts. All right, now we're going to see how much of a mess I can make getting that off there. oil has gotten a little dark. Okay. Cam cover is off. Well, nothing looks terrible. Chain is a little loose though. I'll be honest. Okay, so next thing up, we're going to take the what is that, 25? The ever popular Brad. Pick the right socket the first time, save his life. This is the hydraulic cam chain tensioner. You guys with the twin cam engines that hate life because these things go bad, we do not have that problem on an M8. So now we're gonna zap that cam off there, cam bolt. Okay to impact them off, not okay to impact them back on. Okay, that is apart. Now, if this was a twin cam, we would be making sure we had our angles and everything good, or the timing marks all lined up before we took it apart to make it easier to put back together, but it's an M8. If you watch our other video, and you'll see it again in this one, you'll see how easy the M8s are to time. Somebody give me a comment in the reply section about Adam and his inability to commentate and talk during the videos, because I think he should really be taking more part in this.
Well, you know, you're the main.
Hey, he talked.
You're the main bald guy. I'm the non-bald guy, the helper.
All right, if I can get 100 likes on this video, I will get Adam's head shaved. Who's with me? Nobody's with me.
Adam doesn't look good with a head.
All right, so what?
Razors.
So what we're doing now, the bolt I just took out, this is the cam plate, and the oil pump is bolted to the back of it, and this is your camshaft. So now we're just gonna pull the, oh, look at that, I didn't even drop the bolts in the oil pan. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the old cam plate and oil pump out. Look at that. Perfect. We're gonna take that out. Okay, and now is perfect time to get these guys out of here. We're just gonna go ahead and take the lifters out from the bottom. Nobody saw that coming. There's your old camshaft. Okay. We'll do a little review of the cams here in a minute, show you what the differences are, what's what. All right, so I'm going to pause the video for a minute here. I'm going to dig out a couple of tools. We're going to check the runout on the crank, and we're going to go ahead and get these bolt caps off, because that's going to take a little bit, and, you know, it takes forever to upload. We got the lifter covers off, tappet covers. Anyway, so I wanted to show you all. I went ahead and dug out my crank indicator. Basically, all this is cheap little device, not bad to get. Got a dial indicator. We put it over the end of the crank, and it bolts to the block. So what we're looking for, you can see this dial. We're looking to see how much runout this thing gets. So we can just turn the dial here. We're gonna put it at 0 right now. I've got my side man Adam over here. Adam is going to rotate the back tire. We've got it in. We put it in 6th gear. Took 2 of the spark plugs out. So what we've got is the indicators touching on the end of the crank. So what we're looking for is the end of the crank to have run out in it, right? That basically tells you how out of true your crank has become, and that has to do with the way the cranks are designed and etc. It's a very long, drawn out thing. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the motor, and we're looking to see how much runout is on here. Now, opinions will vary as what's acceptable. Good, of course, is 0 is the best. 0 to 3 is excellent. 3 thou is excellent. I think it's 3 to 7 or something is acceptable. And rule of thumb is if it's over 12, don't run the bike. So we're going to go ahead. We're at 0 now. Adam, go ahead and rotate the motor. So we went to, all right, we're going to +2 and we're going to -2. So we have a total of 4 thou of runout. I'd say this bike is just fine to put a cam in. If that value had gone higher, Adam's enjoying turning it. He's still turning it. If that value had gone higher, then yes, we would say, okay, it's time for a crankshaft, or, you know, don't do anything else. So that's good. So we're going to go ahead and take our indicator back off. You don't need any big fancy billet anything. All you need is something that holds the indicator on the crankshaft while it's turning. Anybody tells you they've got to have some fancy billet high precision when you don't have to have shit. Trust me. All right, so that's all good. We have a good crankshaft. Next thing you have to be very, very careful of, and